All right, and this is why they say don't go snow wheeling alone. This side ain't doing nothing.
Hello and welcome back. Today is a spur of the moment random adventure. We're going up the local mountain by my house. Just seeing how far I can make it before I either get stuck or if I have to turn around because the gate's closed. I haven't been up this way all the way in the winter. I've only been up all the way in the summer. So we're gonna see how far I can make it before I get turned around. I aired down to about 15-16 PSI just to start, just to give us a little smoother ride, and then I'll air down more if I need to. So far the road's looking pretty smooth, but I'm worried it's gonna get icy from other people driving on it and spinning their tires, so we'll see what happens here. Hopefully I can find some deeper snow to mess around in, but at the looks of it, all the snow has been packed down by other people driving, so I'm not sure if I'll find any deep snow. I've never been up this way in the winter, and it's a groomed trail. I don't know if I'm supposed to be on this or not, but I didn't see any signs at the bottom that said no vehicle traffic in the winter. So we're gonna drive on it and see how far we can make it. So far it's packed down pretty decent. There's a couple side-by-side tracks on it, but I aired down well enough and I'm floating right on top of it. So I'm trying not to cause any ruts in it if it is actually a snowmobile trail. So if I do get to the point where I start causing major ruts, I'll probably turn around because I don't want to damage the snowmobile trail. That'd be a bad day for someone to be driving on this trail and all of a sudden hit a rut and then just lose their sled. I don't want to do that to someone, so we'll see how far we can make it.
As you can see, I'm breaking through like an inch or two.
Oh, Tucker's got the zoomies.
You're so dumb.
I might air down a little bit farther depending on if it gets any worse, but we'll see how far we can make it.
Well, I flexed that one out all the way, so that's good. And she's tucked. I tried to inch forward, just see how deep it would get. Then this stuff is all like sugar, so I got stuck. So that was fun. Inching forward just a little bit to see how far I can make it. I was able to get myself out backwards, going that way. And then as I was trying to go forward that way, I got myself stuck on that side, so I had to dig a little bit. So I made myself a few trenches. Got out that way and got myself out that way. I aired down to about 10 PSI, so we're definitely a little softer on the tires. I'll show you the flex here in a second. Now I'm just gonna screw around here. I'm gonna set up the drone, and then I'm just gonna blast my way through there, see how far I can make it. I don't have any faith that I'm gonna make it to right here, which is maybe 30 feet, but we're gonna see how far I can make it and then back out and slam her again. Look at them tires. Oh yeah. I made it about the 30 feet that I thought I'd make it. There we go. That's how deep she is on this side. Time for some digging. So I've spent the last maybe 30 minutes digging out from here to here, going back and forth with this, and it just keeps sucking me in to that side. This is all like sugar, right? So it's like, there's like no traction to it at all. It just crumbles apart. So my tires can't get any traction. And then I keep getting sucked into the snow over here. So I just back up and plow. We're gonna do this a few more times, see how far I can make it. Or see how much more digging I'm gonna have to do. All right, that took about an hour and a half to get myself out of there. Between digging, driving forward and reverse, lots of painful maneuvering. So you can kind of see right there, all the way down to there. That's about a 7,500 foot stretch, and you can see the bank. It's like 3 feet. I had to crawl out my window a few times because I couldn't get out of the door. Then I finally got back to here, and I was able to just gun it and turn and get back on the flat. But I kind of messed up the trail, so we're gonna come back another time with a friend or something to continue up to Monroe Peak. But now we're just gonna carry on the normal trail and not get stuck anymore like that. Because that makes for a long day. If it weren't for these trail markers on either side of the trail, I would have zero clue where I'm going right now. It's low light and the snow is just covering everything and there's wind drifts. If it weren't for these, I would have no idea where the heck the trail would be. All right, well, I broke through the crust. Broke through the crust and framed out. So we might be at my turnaround spot because this is going uphill and it is getting softer, and I don't trust myself to go this far without digging any more trenches in the snow for the snowmobiler. So we're probably gonna find a spot to turn around. I might have to winch myself out of this one. If you're gonna be dumb, at least have the appropriate recovery gear. I got my tree saver, I got soft shackle, 30-foot tow strap to my winch line, all the way down to there. The winch line's, I think, like 80 feet, so I got 110 feet. Yeah, I'm stuck. Oops. I haven't been able to find a spot that's wide enough to turn around that has trees on it, so that way I can winch myself out when I get stuck again trying to turn. So I'm just backing out here. I think I've had to winch a total of 6 or 7 times now so far, so we're on a roll. So I backed out a good chunk of the way. That's probably a half mile, quarter mile of what I actually backed out of. Then I had to find a good spot to turn around. So I backed up further that way, stoved myself into the snow here, so I was straight that way, and then winched myself over to that tree so I could turn onto the hard pack. And then I backed up so I could turn straight. And now I'm gonna winch myself to a tree over there, get myself back on the hard pack, and do the same thing. It's gonna be like a 6-point turn maybe by the time I'm done. But I'm very grateful I have this C4 bumper and Badlands winch. So much easier to get out versus shoveling everything. I know you're not supposed to side load winches, but for the little weight that it's pulling right now, and just to get out of the snow and everything, that's okay. I made sure to rig it so I was able to get out mostly no issues, so side loading it for that little bit really doesn't matter. Well, I thought I was gonna be able to get out of here and go up this hill, but this hill was steeper than I thought, and it was soft. So if you look at this, oh, that one's actually touching the ground. If you look at this one's completely flexed out, and this one, my right side, is basically not doing a dang thing here. That's a whole foot and a half of travel, of separation. So this side ain't doing nothing, unfortunately. This one I can't get any traction with, so now I gotta find a spot to winch with somewhere in this barren area. So this is not my best idea, but we're learning from our mistakes. All right, and this is why they say don't go snow wheeling alone. I was buried trying to come up this hill right here. It don't look like much, but it's a lot. So right there by those trees, there's a snowdrift as you're coming around the corner. So you gotta go around and turn and come up, but there's a snowdrift right there. So every time I drive up it fast, I'd lose my speed going into the corner because of the drift, and then coming up here, the snow was just bad packed and then ended up making huge holes, so I was completely flexed out. I am very grateful for A-Track. Honestly, I don't think I would have made that without A-Track, because I was spinning my tires. I just freaking floored it and went up the hill with A-Track on, and I was able to make it. Kept the tires from spinning too much. We got her. So I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm ready to be home. It's like 4 o'clock, sun's going down. It looks beautiful though, it's beautiful, but I'm tired. I'm ready to go home and be done. It's like 16 degrees outside, so it's cold. That's cold. Snow is freezing in my beard. We're hanging in there. We're gonna try and get out of here without getting stuck again, because I don't want to winch anymore or dig. So I'm past the worst of it. I'm on my way down now. I shouldn't get stuck anymore. Fingers crossed. That was a long day, longer than I expected. I thought I was gonna make it farther before getting stuck, but you know what? It was still kind of enjoyable. I was getting frustrated at the end when I was stuck up that hill, but we powered through. You know, we stayed confident and didn't get too frustrated. We were able to get her done. But anyway, look at that view. That is just gorgeous. Great end to my Sunday. If you ever get the chance to go on an adventure on a whim, maybe take a friend or another vehicle, but highly recommended. It's always a good time. Now I'm on my way down. We'll coast down the hill. I'm still at like 10 or 11 PSI, so probably gonna go real slow down. I'll air up when I get closer to the base.